There's something you need to know. Your movements are not random. Your choices are not going unnoticed. Your presence is being tracked, but not in the way you may fear. You are under spiritual tracking, not because you're in danger, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you've been marked by heaven. Every step you take, every time you choose peace over chaos, love over bitterness, growth over ego, the spirit realm takes notice. There are eyes on you, not just human eyes, not just enemies watching in secret, but divine intelligence tracking your positioning. Because the moment you said yes to your calling, the moment you surrendered your will for divine purpose, a system beyond this world began to follow your journey. You're not moving aimlessly, you're being led. And every decision you've made that no one saw, heaven recorded it. Every tear you cried in silence, every night you wrestled with your faith, but still held on, every time you wanted to give up but didn't, you triggered divine attention. You've activated a level of tracking that few understand. You see, when God marks you, your location becomes prophetic. Your life becomes a map, a journey of obedience, pain, faith, and breakthrough. Spiritual tracking means even when you feel lost, you're not off course. Even when you feel delayed, you're right on time. Even when people walk away, divine guidance steps in. Because you're not just a person with potential, you are a carrier of purpose. And that kind of weight cannot go unmonitored. You've been watched, not to be controlled, but to be covered. Heaven has been protecting you from places you weren't supposed to enter, blocking connections that looked good but weren't sent, redirecting your path even when you thought you were going the right way. All of it was part of the tracking. You were never wandering, you were being prepared. And now, you're closer than ever to what you've been sensing. That shift you feel, that spiritual pressure, that urge to move even when you can't explain why, it's confirmation. Heaven is adjusting your coordinates. You're being relocated internally before you're launched externally. The old version of you, the one that doubted, feared, questioned too much, is being left behind. You're being tracked because you've been trusted. Trusted to go where others refuse. Trusted to speak when silence feels safer. Trusted to rise without losing humility. Trusted to carry what others would have corrupted. And the tracking isn't just about where you are, it's about who you are becoming. Because purpose isn't a destination, it's a transformation. And right now, your growth is being monitored. Your alignment is being fine-tuned. And your obedience is being measured in the heavens. This is why the warfare increased. This is why certain things feel heavier than they used to. Because you're not where you were, and you're not where you're going. You're in the transition. And transitions are where God watches most closely. Not to see if you'll be perfect, but to see if you'll remain faithful. This is not about being impressive. It's about being consistent. Keep showing up. Keep praying when it's quiet. Keep trusting when it hurts. Because every act of obedience places you closer to spiritual unlocking. Every private yes sets off a ripple in the spirit. And those ripples are aligning you with divine appointments. God sent people and breakthrough moments that no one can stop. You're not being overlooked, you're being overwatched. And soon, what has been silently tracking you will become loudly evident. The right doors will open, the right calls will come, the right provision will flow, not because you chased it, but because it was chasing you all along. Favor has been following you, breakthrough has been monitoring you. And now, it's time for manifestation. Stay alert, stay clean, stay obedient. Because when the system of heaven sees that you are in position, nothing on earth can stop the release. Sometimes the silence feels heavy. You wonder if anyone sees, if your efforts matter, if your discipline means anything. But the truth is, your stillness has been loud in the spirit. Your hidden sacrifices have echoed through dimensions. And while people overlook the quiet warriors, heaven never misses a move. You've been on heaven's radar for longer than you realize. That uncomfortable stirring in your soul lately, that's not anxiety. That's divine data being downloaded. It's your spirit aligning with what's already been set in motion. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being tracked with intention. Even your detours were used to sharpen your discernment. Every no you received from man was a yes being formed in the spirit. This level of tracking goes beyond the physical. It's not just about where your feet walk. It's about where your spirit stands. Heaven has seen you stand when others fell. You stood when betrayal tried to knock you down. You stood when it would have been easier to settle. You stood in rooms where you didn't belong, yet refused to shrink. That's why you're being monitored, because you passed silent tests that others failed publicly. You made kingdom decisions when no one was watching. And now, the watchers are watching, not to judge, but to release. Your name has been whispered in places you've never entered. Your work has gone before you. Your purity has made a sound louder than performance ever could. In the spirit realm, you're a signal, a beacon, a light that cannot be dimmed, even in the darkest environments. So when you feel eyes on you, you're not imagining it. There are angelic forces assigned to your journey. They're not just protecting you. They're tracking every step so that when the timing is right, you're in perfect alignment. You've been trained in silence so you can lead in clarity. You've been observed in hidden so you can operate with wisdom in public ones. God doesn't invest this level of oversight in those who don't carry weight. You carry the kind of weight that shifts bloodlines, that breaks patterns, that redefines territories. And that's why you can't afford to move carelessly. Your movements are prophetic. Your decisions are part of a larger blueprint. You've been tracked because you're about to be launched. But before launching comes testing. Before exposure comes pruning. Before access comes restriction. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. God won't let you enter rooms unready. He won't allow you to engage with assignments that distract. That's why certain opportunities dried up. They weren't tracking with your divine coordinates. Right now, even your desires are being recalibrated. Things you used to crave no longer fulfill you. Places you once longed to be now feel foreign. People who once inspired you now drain your spirit. That's spiritual tracking at work. It's heaven's way of saying, you're being upgraded. Don't return to what's beneath. You're anointing. And even now, new doors are forming. Not just any doors. Doors tied to destiny. Rooms tied to legacy. People tied to your next level of assignment. But here's the truth. You won't have to find them. They're being drawn to you. Because when you're on heaven's radar, everything aligned with your purpose starts looking for you too. Favor recognizes your frequency. Opportunity sees your obedience. Divine connections respond to your consecration. That's what happens when you're spiritually tracked. Things that would have taken others 10 years happen suddenly for you. Because you've been prepared privately. So no, it's not in your head. You are being monitored, not by the enemy, but by divine watchers. By those sent to protect, direct, and launch you at the appointed time. Don't let the delay fool you. Don't let the silence confuse you. Don't let the absence of applause discourage you. You are in a moment of high spiritual surveillance. You are being studied for strategy, not sabotage. Observed for assignment, not punishment. Heaven is mapping your movement. And when the signal is right, the heavens will open. And what's been watching you will begin to work for you. This season, you may feel tension, as if something is happening, but you can't quite explain it. As if you're standing between two worlds. The old one trying to pull you back, and the new one preparing to receive you. That tension is not confusion. It's a signal. It means you're being transitioned. Heaven is watching, not only where you are, but how you respond right here. Because this moment matters. Your posture matters. Your attitude matters. Your humility matters. You're being tracked not just for breakthrough, but for stewardship. Can you carry what's coming without it changing who you are? Can you stand in rooms with influence, yet keep the heart posture of a servant? Can you be elevated and still remain anchored in truth? This is why you're being monitored. Because elevation without humility leads to collapse. But you've proven different. You've endured silently. Loved purely. Prayed earnestly. And now, all of heaven is leaning in. Every spiritual watcher assigned to your life is tracking not just your external steps, but the condition of your heart. You've passed tests no one knew you were taking. You've battled silently and didn't grow bitter. You've been left out, overlooked, and still chose love. That's what spiritual maturity looks like. That's why angels have been sent to guard you. That's why doors you didn't ask for are about to open. That's why timing is shifting in your favor. Because when the heart stays aligned, heaven responds with acceleration. The shift is closer than it looks. The tracking system is already adjusting environments for your arrival. There are rooms being prepared. There are voices about to speak your name. There are sudden instructions that will come without warning, but you won't be surprised because deep down, your spirit already knew this was coming. The divine surveillance wasn't for intimidation, it was for activation. You are being positioned. Every closed door wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Every delay wasn't denial, it was protection. And now everything is about to make sense. The Watchers have seen your consistency. The Spirit has tested your alignment. And now the release is coming, not because of how loud you were, not because of how many saw you, but because of how faithful you remained when no one was watching. This is your season of sudden visibility, not for fame, but for function. Not for applause, but for assignment. You've been spiritually tracked because your life carries blueprints. You are a living strategy, a divine solution in a human vessel. And now, everything that's been following you in the Spirit, every watcher, every angelic force, every divine resource is aligning with divine order. They're not just tracking you anymore. They're about to move with you. As you obey, they activate. As you speak, things shift. As you step out, realms open because you are not walking alone. The same ones who monitored your development will now back your destiny. You've been hidden, yes, but hidden like a weapon, not forgotten, concealed to be revealed in full authority. And when you move next, you won't be explaining yourself. Your fruit will speak. Your light will confirm. Your presence will carry weight. People won't understand it. They'll ask, where did they come from? How did they grow so fast? What happened? But you'll know, you were tracked by heaven, prepared in silence, guarded by angels, trained through fire. And now, released with glory. This next move is not random. It's not accidental. It's not lucky. It's prophetic alignment. You didn't find your calling found you. You didn't chase favor, favor followed you because heaven had been watching. And now